So do you like someone who can give banter as much as they can take it?
Listen, I'm like king of banter.
Bold statement.
What?
I'll tell you if
Do
you
you
king
like
of
banter?
Yeah, I love banter.
Sick, innit?
What we doing?
We're double teaming you, boss.
Oh, golly. Hey, now.
That's
It's a
gay.
party. Yeah, I don't know. I got to find the iPad. Could be, maybe it's hiding in plain sight somewhere.
Honestly,
You really lost it
if you
because
find
I'll
that,
find it in like
No, I
3
didn't
seconds.
lose it. I look for it right when as the podcast is starting, and then
The
that's
cleaning people lost it.
no, they did not.
did Rachel take it?
Rachel.
Is her name Rebecca?
It's Rachel.
Oh.
You stole my iPad, and thanks to you, it's not charging. It got used to your iPad.
I love Rachel. You idiot.
Idiot.
Abe, I saw something today, and I want to start the episode with this. Oh, wait, no, I don't. I want to start the episode with this.
Well,
YouTube.
What is it, your show or something?
Correct. Our show. It's my show. YouTube. Please go subscribe. I realize we wait till the end of the episode. Nobody's listening to 2 hours of this. Hopefully, before we get to anything, go please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and listen on Spotify on mute if you have to. But like,
Sideline banter with 2 R's.
yeah,
Just like the Instagram.
yeah, go like subscribe and stuff, please. Thanks. Awesome.
Be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, really appreciate the listeners. Ave,
Hey.
fun way to actually, you know what, Jessica, you should participate too.
But wait,
Yes.
what episode is this?
35.
35.
Ooh,
35.
Jersey numbers.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, AZ Fudd, UConn.
Sure.
Most outstanding player of the tournament. We'll get into it.
Okay.
One day I'll have
Um,
one.
35. 35.
Some
There's not many.
running backs in there. I feel. Oh, Tolbert. Mike Tolbert.
That's a stretch.
Alex. Confirmation. Mike
Is it fullback?
Mike Tolbert, number 35. Yeah, but he's number 35.
Yeah, I think so.
35.
Nope.
I can't. There's no other. Mike Tolbert. Yeah, that's all I've got.
All right.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
Google it.
Jessica, the Carolina Panthers.
Panthers, Chargers, maybe. No.
Falcons.
Yogi Berra.
Yogi Berra's a 35.
No way. Who's number 6 or
Isn't
something?
they allow people to have double-digit numbers?
No. I mean, he might, maybe, and I'm wrong. That'd be crazy.
Just Justin Verlander.
Yeah, good pull. All right, hold on. We're not doing that. We're doing. I'm trying to get to this. It's very.
Can't wait for 36.
It's quick. All I'm asking for is a starting lineup. Is a starting 5
Okay.
of NBA players whose last name is a common color.
Okay.
Is a
Fine.
what?
Color.
Like a color. Like blue.
His last. Oh, okay.
Like blue.
Okay.
If you know someone in the NBA whose last name is blue.
He's not in the NBA anymore, but
No, a starting 5. Oh, okay. whatever.
Vander Blue.
No.
He's not in the NBA anymore. He played at Marquette.
It also-
Avery's confusing me.
It also wouldn't count. Because,
Derek White.
Correct. Derek White is on this. He's the small forward. Derek White plays for the Celtics. Oh.
Great. Okay.
Tarek Black.
Tariq Black.
Yeah.
He's not on this, but I'm going to count it because that's obviously a color.
Okay. This is only NBA players. Who's another white that we've got? Why am I blanking on this? Is
Just say colors, honestly, and maybe we
Okay.
get there.
White's probably the easiest one, but I can't think of anybody else.
Or like colors that could be people's last names.
Blue would definitely be.
Fuchsia.
Oh, green. Draymond Green.
Draymond Green. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one I could have gotten.
Yeah. James White.
James White's a running back.
Yeah.
Alex,
Yeah, what?
No, it's
go
NBA
back
players.
to your house, neighbor.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. Wow. Clip it and ship it, Ellie.
100%.
I
Wow.
want to clip
So that's-
it. I don't write off on that.
That's
a trace.
crazy. That's hilarious.
That's a trace.
My name's Mike.
That might need to make the Instagram.
It's going.
That might be the clip that blows us up, honestly.
Whatever. You can't see me anyway.
All right, so there's another green, there's another white.
Oh, Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
And there's another white?
Yeah.
Devontae White.
Nope.
No.
Why are you only looking at Avery? I could get these two.
Yeah.
And there's a brown.
James
Jalen
Brown.
Brown.
Jalen Brown.
Yeah.
Jalen Brown. Oh, come
Who's the
on.
white?
He's
He's white, but he's black?
correct.
Okay.
Dennis Rodman.
His first name is a legendary basketball player's first name, but it's spelled
LeBron
differently.
White.
No, but it's that
Michael
it's that famous.
White.
Michael White.
Nope.
Kobe White.
Kobe White is
I
correct.
just said that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Kobe White from the Bulls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, what is... I don't know why, but B-Ball Paul's name is in my head right now. What's his last name?
Reed.
Okay, it's Reed.
Paul Reed. Paul Red. Michael
Maybe,
Red.
yeah,
Michael Red would have been a good one. All right. Anyway, I didn't think we
didn't
were
like it that much. You tried to take over my segment. It wasn't very good.
That was not a top 5. Whatever. You go then. Little rat.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. How you guys feeling?
Feeling good.
What are we thinking? We need some like energy.
Sure.
Honestly, I think this episode is going to be action packed, so I'm excited.
Oh,
but
okay. Why?
we gotta do top 5. Give the people what they want.
All right.
They've been asking for it, and we always deliver.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a long spin.
All righty. Who's spinning the wheel?
Alex. Off cam.
And he did.
It's pulled. What a beast.
Okay. And we landed on top 5 one-hit wonders in sports.
Oh, that could be very, very fun. I lead off, I think. I haven't let off in a while.
Fine.
Do you want to be a part of it?
It's always
I'm
up
writing
to
these
you guys
down.
every time.
You're writing them down?
I need a fire off when I get there.
What? Do I write down?
No.
Well, we're not going to...
As we're going, like I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
writing down a couple right now.
Okay. Yeah, so
You guys are cheating.
one hit wonders. No, I see what he's saying. Like, I'm going to say mine in the next 20 seconds. But as like
I'm good.
he's
I'm good.
filibustering. All right, so I'm gonna lead off with Jeremy Lin.
You are a bastard.
Lin Sanity,
You were
if
born
you
out of
will.
wedlock.
He was here, he was great, and then he was gone. Honestly, probably a little bit longer than most people expected. Like, kind of had 2.5, 3 seasons that were pretty good.
Yeah.
Obviously had that one like 2-week stretch where
the Knicks, yeah.
Melo went out or something, or
There had
somebody
to be
went
some
out.
injuries, like the point guard roster was just depleted, and he just came in and stole the show in the Garden and was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
That was honestly the top of my list.
Yes.
So I hate you for that pick.
I thought it might have been.
So I'm going to go with Alexander Pato.
No way.
That's
Look at You're lying, dude. Oh, man. Okay. It's tough. I only had those 2 written down. Alexander
So
Pato and
smart.
Jeremy Lin. All right.
Great minds literally think alike, dude.
This is going to get close. All right. So who's next on your list?
Oh, I got to double down.
Yeah.
So I went with this. It's like a little comic relief here, but Micah Richards.
No, that's
He's
good.
always like I burst onto the scene.
Yeah.
And that was just like the first thing that hit my mind. So Micah Richards is my second pool here. Is Jess in this? Well, I just
Well, no,
doubled
you
back,
just
so,
doubled
yeah.
down. Do you have a one-hit wonder?
I have one.
Oh, for real? I think just hold it then. This is
Okay.
hard.
This is difficult.
I'm
Right?
gonna play. I decided.
Well, okay.
Fine, I won't play.
No,
I'll just
that's
keep
fine.
them all to myself.
No, that's fine. You're in the middle then, and then we'll go to me. But you got to pull 5 of these.
This is.
I can pull whoever I want. It's my own one-hit wonder. I can say LeBron James for all I care.
Okay, fine. Then
She can.
yeah, my list
Fair
can just
point.
suck. All right, so you'll go,
All right,
and
my
then
first
then
one-
I'll snake, and then it'll go back to
My
her.
first one is gonna make you laugh, but it was the first thing that came to mind. And this one's gonna go back into college football. Brady Quinn,
Okay,
because wasn't he good? Or are you guys only doing professionals?
No,
I guess
fine.
it depends how you want to look at it.
That's fine.
But wasn't he supposed to be? Wasn't he like really good and then he wasn't? Or am I wrong?
Well, it's tough because then it's like, is any bust in the NFL a one-hit wonder?
Yeah, because they've already made it.
like
you know?
Jamarcus Russell, but he never
He never
they
was
never
did
hit.
well in the NFL.
Yeah,
Well, I think of a
'Cause you didn't
one-hit
watch film.
wonder like, yeah, like it's supposed to be like a one season.
yeah,
No,
but
is
he
that
didn't.
not how you guys see it?
It is, but Brady Quinn was great in college. Never was great in the NFL.
Oh, I see. Okay, what about Ben Simmons?
You
Markel Fultz.
do you want to be in or not?
That's one. That's the one. He said, "Ooh, Markel
But
Fultz."
he kind of just got hurt and it kind of fell off from there. But he didn't really have that much of
I have
an
mine.
impact for the
Say it.
Sixers.
All right. I don't know if you're in. I feel like she maybe I'll just snake and go back
Yeah.
to you. I'm gonna say honestly, thanks that she did that.
She
'cause it's a
filibustered,
great
yeah.
one. Yeah, do you know where I'm going?
You
No,
come
I
back
don't
to me
know.
if you
I'm
want
going to
filibuster.
Michael Carter Williams. because
yeah, he was an all-star.
he was drafted 6 overall, rookie of the year, triple-double in his first game ever NBA game, all-star, and then fell off the face of the earth. Never, like, that was supposed to kind of be the start of the process with, like, Jahlil Okafor, and then we got Embiid, Nerlens Noel at one
Nerlens
point.
Noel was in there, yeah.
The basketball that's here sometimes is signed by Nerlens Noel.
What a beast.
Yeah. Okay, and then I gotta turn it back. I gotta flip it back over.
This is so difficult, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, the two names that we pulled were so great.
I can do another one.
No, you didn't have the
already there,
first
yeah.
one.
I need another top 5.
I'm going to say.
What is this kid's name?
Dude, this is impossible.
I'm looking up this guy's name. I know who it is.
Oh, I'll say. Oh, I don't think it's him. Tariq Evans.
Tariq Evans.
No.
from the Kings?
I'm gonna
Oh,
say. Yeah,
Tariq
I'm gonna.
Evans was a
Sorry.
dog.
I'm gonna say T.J. Warren. I'm gonna say T.J. Warren because of his bubble.
The bubble, yeah,
the bubble
for sure.
The bubble era. Sorry for the pause there. This is tough. Maybe we only do 3.
Yeah.
But
I
T.J.
think you guys
Warren
only do
is
3.
going to be my third. We can try to get to 5 if you.
This is super tough, and this isn't even the guy that I'm looking for. But I had to pick in his stead anyway. So I had Hassan Reddick that 1 year for the Eagles where he had like, what was it 12 and a half, 13 sacks, whatever it was. He might have set a franchise record, and then holds out and doesn't get a contract that he wants. He gets traded, I believe, to the Jets. Doesn't play till like week 8 and has like the worst season ever. So Hassan Reddick was there. I don't know this dude's name, but I'll use this guy because he never became what he should have became, but it was all his doing.
Okay.
But a Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
But he's still balling though for Marseille. Like he's top 3 in League 1 in goals.
Oh,
but
is he really?
Yeah, he's absolutely not. He's so good.
Wow.
But he's just a terrible person.
Yeah.
So maybe I shouldn't even have shouted him out, but I'll give it to Greenwood there.
So is that 4 for you? And that means
That's
you want me
4.
to keep going?
Yeah, you still got to do 2, brother.
Okay. I actually had one. Who was the first person you said?
I said Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
I
I think I had a football player.
I won.
All right. Who yeah.
How about,
maybe give us some ideas.
How about Bo Jackson in MLB?
Yeah, not bad. He's a one-hit wonder because he got hurt.
Correct. Wasn't he supposed to be the best?
He was the best.
But he never played out his full season.
Dude, who did I have on the top
I got a
of my
really
head?
good one for my last pick.
That's not great for me. By the way, T.J. Warren.
T.J. Warren's a great
pull.
pick. It's a huge pull.
What about baseball?
Oh, I have
Thanks.
2 good ones actually. Now that I think about it,
Well, you only need one.
I know, but I'm going 2 anyway. Just because it took us so long.
Maybe just
we're
say
already
one
here.
now, and then I'll just steal it.
So
I'm kidding. You should not do that.
Okay.
All right. It was a football player. Oh, okay. I'll do this. I got it. Nandi Asamoah. He had a
Great in Oakland.
He had an
Fantastic.
all-pro year in Oakland. Eagles signed him to a huge contract. He never did anything with us or ever after that.
So this game is officially over. I can't believe this is.
Wait, but I have one
No,
more,
no.
don't I?
Oh, you do have another.
I have the snake.
Yeah, you're right.
I only have 4. All right. I don't really want to do another one.
Yeah, because my last one is going to top yours for sure.
Great. Oh,
great.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to say I don't really want to say this, but I'm gonna say Nick Foles, unfortunately, just because he went out, he won the Super Bowl.
BDN, bro.
I mean, I'm not saying he
Oh,
busted otherwise, but he was a backup quarterback. Hey, I mean, I'm sure he busted
Carson
plenty.
Wentz too.
Carson Wentz is
Carson
a
Wentz.
decent pull.
He was slinging them things though.
He was
At
second
one
in
point
MVP
time.
voting.
Yeah, well, should have won MVP that year.
Should have won MVP.
So this one, the one-hit wonder himself, Buster Douglas. He knocked out Mike Tyson when he was like the biggest underdog and did nothing after that.
Well, there you go. Okay, well,
That's why
that's a good last one.
Yeah.
What? No, no. I think I still. We'll see
I
what the
cooked
vote
you.
says if we ever,
I have another one from boxing as well. Andy Ruiz, who knocked out Anthony Joshua, which was like
yeah, the fat
fat guy.
Mexican guy. Yeah.
And that's my honorable mention.
Yeah,
But
it's a good one. Did we miss any? I mean, it's
yes,
tough.
for sure.
Let me
We missed
see.
plenty of them.
Oh, you Googling it? Daenerys Targaryen?
Leicester City.
Devin Harris? Like the point guard?
I
Yeah, I liked him. I thought he was good. He was good in 2K.
I thought he
So
had a
I just
good
thought he
career,
was
though.
good forever.
Then a big, yeah, yeah.
He's not as good as what you guys.
Anything good there, Jessica? One hit wonder athletes?
Jeremy Lin, David Tyree, Buster Douglas,
David Tyree with the catch, yeah.
Yeah.
Peyton Hillis.
He was on the cover of Madden, though.
Yeah, but I think he was good that, like, there's a reason he was on the cover. And then he's
wasn't good
he's like
anymore.
ultimate Madden curse.
Yeah.
And then John Pasterik.
No.
You wouldn't know that, but it's
that
actually
a-
hilarious. It's an MLB player from
I was gonna say,
1963.
golfer.
He played one major league game, went 3 for 3 with 2 walks, career batting average of 1,000, never played again due to injury.
Holy
Perfect.
shit.
Frozen in time stat line.
What a beast.
Yeah. I would love that career for me.
Yeah.
Like, I was the best player ever. There's
Yeah.
nobody better than me.
And honorable mentions. Interesting. One of them's Jordan Spieth.
The golfer?
I mean, it was short lived. I think about that a ton actually. Recently, for whatever reason, because I see Spieth golf sometimes still, and I'm like, huh.
What could
He
have
was
been?
like Scheffler,
Mhm.
like that's how good he was, and then it just ended. It was our
Yeah, I
freshman
didn't
year
even
of
think about
college.
that.
I remember because there was a kid at Villanova who looked just like him, and we called him Spieth.
Spiethy.
All right, well that was a tough one. I guess every now and then they're going to be tough, but a little
Sorry, I
chance
thought you guys
to.
were better than that.
What do you mean? We answered the thing. It was just hard.
We answered the calling for sure. It was a difficult one.
That didn't even have Alexander Pato on it, and that's a great answer.
That's the best answer.
I'm
Besides
sure there's a
Buster
good
Douglas.
soccer ones,
There's
like,
plenty of wonder kids that just never
Charisma.
were.
but yeah. Anyway, I think Pato's great. Okay, first thing we want to talk about, I think, is obvious. Ave,
Yeah.
that men's national championship. So Mike was right.
Mike
Mike nailed
through
it.
all the
Did
way.
he have Duke or did he
He
have
had Duke in the
Houston?
final, I
Okay,
believe.
but still, that Duke game was a little nuts. I guess
mean,
we can start there.
Yeah, in the semis.
So my perspective on it, you're going to have a better take. So I'll just intro quickly. I felt Duke probably has better basketball players, and that's why they led the game for the whole time by, 9 to 11 points or so. And then Houston, we didn't mention it, but it was something I know Jessica definitely wanted to mention. I wanted to bring it up, but that whole roster runs a sub 6-minute mile. I don't know if you saw that.
Even the big dudes.
Yeah, like the slowest is like a 5:46, and then it had the height and weight, and it was like 6'11", 246.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dogs over there.
And so the way I watched that game, it was like their coach must that's purposeful. That's not like you don't just have people who run sub 6-minute miles who are basketball players and are that big. So my perspective is that's planned, that's trained, and the coach's prerogative is we're relentless. We're never going to give up. And eventually Duke I don't want to say ran out of gas because I'm sure they're in good shape, but Houston just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And their ultimatum is like, we'll never stop.
Yeah.
And good luck trying to win. Like we'll never, ever, ever stop.
It's like we may not have the same high caliber players that you have, but like we just have the ultimate will and the conditioning to fight with you guys to the end, and they did in that game. That's
Yeah,
really
and Duke had an opportunity to win. I thought they still could have won that game.
Yeah. Cooper Flag got a nice shot, nice look at the basket.
Yeah, and it was short.
It was short, no legs.
No legs. But anyway, I just thought like Duke looked fine. They choked a bit at the end, obviously, with the turnovers.
Tyrese Proctor, turnovers, missed shots.
But all kudos to Houston. Like they never gave up. They had a bad technical foul from a reach over. He reached over the line on an inbound play. Kept their heads up, and I almost checked out at that point. I was like, "Oh,
this game's over." There was no reason for Houston to win that game. There was like 2 minutes left. They were down by like 6 or something.
Yeah. So that's like, I mean, obviously, it's Final Four. If there's going to be
Anything
a game
that-
where you give it your all, it's going to be that one. But that's the epitome of why you play hard till the end of the game.
For sure. And they came out on the other side of that, and then they got into the final.
Yeah, the other game was
pretty close
Similar
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn led most of that game, and then Florida ended up winning.
Florida's the comeback kids, dude.
Yeah, same thing in the final. Not to skim over Auburn. I mean, the Auburn game was a great game.
They looked good. The only thing I would say is it sucks that Janai Broom had like some injury coming into the game, and he just was never right the whole game.
He didn't look right.
He
I didn't realize that he was hurt.
It definitely affected his game. But I mean, all kudos to Florida. They came through and they came back in that game and won. So I mean, they deserved to be there.
And then obviously same story. I don't know if you saw this. When they took the lead at the end of the national championship last night, it was their first lead, and that was with less than a minute left. It was their first lead since 8-6.
Yeah, I did see that. So they came back from a 12-point deficit in the second half.
Yeah, hey, Mike knows ball, man.
I guess so. I mean, so close. Like he could have almost had the two correct teams in the Final Four. That Houston Duke game was so close as well. Like he could have had an almost perfect bracket.
That last possession, though, I mean. Not that we need to move on right away, but I feel like to at least wrap up everything that happened of note, that last possession was tough. I mean, great defense by Florida.
Yeah.
And then, I understand the defense by Clayton to come out. Like, he would have gotten blocked. So he drops the ball.
And he can't pick it up because it's a travel.
Right. And that stinks, but you got to get a shot up.
You have to get a shot up for that, for sure. Like, you called the timeout there. Like, you knew that this was your only opportunity. Like, you had to get a shot up there and even, force a rebound. You're only down by 2 points. If you get a shot up quick enough, you can get a rebound and get another shot up. But it was weird because Clayton actually fell asleep on that defensive possession. And, he did not react to the shooter. The pass was a little bit delayed, which gave Clayton the time to come out and contest a shot. And he did that so well. And Sharp, he put it up and he couldn't come back down because, he stepped both feet off the ground.
I'm not sure statistically how good of a game Sharp had, but from eye test, I don't know if he's an NBA guy. Maybe drafted, but not great in the NBA. I'm not sure, but that dude, he deserves some respect.
He's fearless.
That was an awesome
game. Dude, he reminds me of, though?
Dylan Brooks? Oh, my God.
He's got the tattoos, the dreads, and, his form when his jump shot is like a flick. But he's, fearless. He can hit that from anywhere.
Maybe it was just a few shots I saw because I was like, wow, that guy, it's in.
You didn't like LJ Crier's performance from Houston, though? That's the point guard number 4.
I don't know. I was so focused on this Sharp dude.
LJ Crier was nasty in that game.
Yeah, I found myself rooting for Florida, by the way. I don't know why. I mean, I know you had Houston.
Yeah, I did.
I'm always down to root for you.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I was watching the game and I was telling Jessica, and I was just like, I don't know. I'm kind of I like this Clayton guy a lot.
Clayton wasn't even good in that game until it really mattered. But Will Richards kept him in the game that first half. That number 5 had 14 in the first half. I think he finished with 18, but he kept them in the game because Houston was balling in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah. Houston looked great. Houston looked better than they did against Duke.
For sure.
For a while. Well, yeah.
Until the whole game. Yeah, until, Florida brings this comeback. But that's what they were known for in this tournament. They got down by 9 or 10 points in most of the games throughout the tournament. They just came back and won. They got that mentality.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. Anyway, any closing statements on the national championship?
No, just Walter Clayton's an absolute dog. Deserved that most outstanding player.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't perform that well in championship game, still probably finished.
That's for the whole tournament, right?
Yeah, for full tournament. Even if he didn't perform that well in the first half, I think he had a 0 going into the second half, but he might have finished in double digits. So, he made the team win, he made the team click, made the team run, and he deserved that most outstanding player for sure.
Yeah, that reminds me. I don't know if it was just an account who voted on this or if it was official, but I think it was official. The team of the tournament, it was the Florida front court, or no, what are guards? Front court, backcourt. All right, yeah. Florida backcourt, Cooper Flag, and then Houston front court.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, okay.
The lefty, I don't know his name. The lefty from Houston was banging down there too. He's solid.
Yeah. The one dude fouled out, Nerlens Noel looking guy.
Yeah, that's the guy that got the tech in the last game.
Yeah,
in the semi.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but he's not their one.
No.
Really
Tugler is his name.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. Women's hoops, Ave. I know this is your forte. This is your specialty. This is how you got your way onto the show.
Yes, sir.
It was not quite the same story. Not much of a nail biter.
No, it was an absolute blowout. Did not expect this at all. I actually predicted that South Carolina would win this game, but UConn's been there before. This was their 12th national championship, all under Gino Auriemma. And they just absolutely dog walked South Carolina Gamecocks in this game. Like, it wasn't close. It was after halftime. It was
From whistle to whistle.
Yeah, the game was over. AZ Fudd was out there dominating. Sarah Strong, a forward for UConn freshman. Unbelievable. She's going to have another 3 years. She may win 4 straight.
Do they get drafted? If
They
they're
usually
good enough?
stay. They usually stay all 4 years.
They're probably making more money
I was going to say that now. It may change in the coming years, but you're saying they make more money in college?
with NIL. Yeah.
Yeah. But the WNBA is becoming bigger and bigger now, so who knows?
Yeah, it is. But like, if you're the best college player, your NIL is huge. Versus if you're the worst pro player, you're not getting that many sponsorships.
Yeah, and all the sponsorships are open to you now, so it's like,
dude, they're making more money. I mean, yeah, that happens in men's basketball too.
Well, I would say like Connecticut as an institution is bigger than any WNBA team as well.
True. Oh yeah, for sure.
So I mean, Sarah Strong is incredible. I don't know if you watched the game, but she's really, really good.
I watched.
Can do every single thing on the court.
I watched that game so hard, man.
Like I said, she may be in that caliber where it's like 4 straight national championships. That's how good she is.
Is she like Breonna Stewart, Caitlin Clark-esque?
She's not flashy at all. She's just like, get the job done.
Tim Duncan?
Tim Duncan's a great comp.
Wow. What position is she?
She's a forward.
Oh, yeah, you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got great hands, can shoot the 3. She can do literally everything.
So you haven't mentioned
Her
Paige
mom's a
yet.
pro. Oh, yeah. She plays basketball for this basketball team as well.
Yeah. She's
gonna be
notably
the
on
number
the
one
team.
overall pick in the WNBA draft.
Yeah.
She was great. She actually didn't win most outstanding player of the tournament, though.
Did your girl?
AZ Fudd did. AZ Fudd was hooping as well.
Wow.
So they have 3 WNBA caliber players on this team. One of the best.
What class is Izzy Fudd?
AZ Fudd, so she would have graduated this year, but she's got injury, so she already reclassified, so she's going to be coming back for another year.
And then she'll get drafted?
Yeah, she'll probably be the number 1 overall pick as well.
It's a cool name.
It is a pretty cool name.
I hope we have top 5 sports names of all time at some point. I'm not sure if Jessica's
We
listening.
probably had nicknames now. Did we do nicknames
I
before?
don't think we did nicknames.
Nicknames be good.
But I would say, you would say Shohei Ohtani. I would say Jared Saltalamacchia.
That's a mouthful.
Or Nomar Garcia Parra.
Nomar Garcia Parra is great.
Amir.
I'm not giving out any of mine.
Okay, fine. I have a great one. He was a defensive lineman for the Packers.
Dick Butkus.
No, Kabir.
It's probably a center.
It was like Amir Gabajabiamila. Yeah, you won't remember it, so that's fine. Anyway, yeah, so UConn won. What was the score? 83-59?
82 to 59. 12th championship, all with Gino Auriemma. But the first one in 9 years. The last one they won was 2016.
That's weird.
It doesn't feel right, does
No.
it? It feels like they've won like every year since then. But yeah, the last time they won was actually the 4-peat when Breonna Stewart was on the team.
Does he have the most in women's history?
Yeah, he's got the most in men's history. Oh, John Wooden's? I think he's got the most in history.
No.
How many?
The UCLA guy has 18,
John Wooden's
I think.
18?
Jessica,
I think
does Auriemma or John Wooden have more national championships? I could be a capper, not a rapper. I'm not sure.
18 is crazy.
John Wooden's.
Wooden's, yeah.
I could be thinking
he won, like, 8 straight.
Jack Nicklaus has 18 majors.
Mhm.
Woods has what, 14? Mike's not here. I think Woods has 14.
Sure. Sounds about right.
I love how not good shit
Jamie.
things.
Well, because it's actually harder than you think.
Let's see.
Like, what am I supposed to? Who's better?
John Wooden championships.
John Wooden national championships.
Let's
He
see.
has 10.
Okay. So Gino has 12, and he has the most. I think that's right. No, I remember that because I think when he won his last one.
But
Well,
he
I
did 10
know.
in 12 years.
Who did?
Wooden.
Wooden?
I think he stopped coaching after that or something.
I mean, why would you continue? He's like, I get it.
I mean, he had Kareem. He was just like, I can't do any better than
I
this.
understand now. Yeah, so anyway, UConn won. Paige
Paige Beckers.
Beckers. I always want to call her Bueller.
Beckers.
Bueller. Have you seen that movie?
Is that Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
That's one of my
really?
favorite movies. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Feels like a white guy movie.
It's classic.
It's good.
It's awesome.
When they take the Ferrari in reverse to get the miles off. Dude, they're so
Just
dumb.
runs it off the ramp. Yeah. It's a classic film.
Yeah, cool. All right, so we talked Grand Prix F1 Japan last episode, that it was upcoming, but obviously it happened. the guy who wins a lot, won again.
Yeah.
And I believe he is now only 1 point behind Lando Norris
In the Drivers' Championship. Yes, that is correct.
So Verstappen pulled?
He pulled, yeah. He pulled.
Yeah.
He started the race up front, and then it was a pretty uneventful race. Like, I even watched the highlights.
Was 1, 2, 3 how it started?
I want to say yes.
Yeah.
It was really, really uneventful. Nothing much happened. And it came on at like 2:00 in the morning here, so I wasn't watching. But like I said, there was an 8-minute highlight, and there was literally nothing in it. And all the drivers just drove straight, and it was kind of a boring race. But
is Japan a not so fun track?
It's a really fun track, to be honest with you. I don't know about the passing on it.
Okay.
But it's it's a difficult track, I would say. They've got like named corners that everybody knows, and it's fun to follow there. But there just didn't seem to be much of that this past weekend.
I mean, when Verstappen pulls, there's only so much passing that's ever going to happen. And then you have Norris and Piastri behind him, who not only are both maybe second and third best drivers in the world right now, but they're teammates. So
they're not going to.
They're working together in a sense. Right. But yeah, it is what it is. I see here. I didn't realize this, but Yuki ended up finishing 12th, and his former teammate finished above him.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny twice because
ironic.
It's funny because of he ended up finishing worse than his former teammate, but also I don't know that 12th is worse than what Liam would have done so far. Like,
well, what did Red Bull finish? Red Bull kind of below that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Red Bull kind of has to take 12 and be like, all right,
it's a win. A win is a win.
We made the right decision. Yeah, Verstappen's first. Hopefully he carries us, and we'll have to deal with 12th for now.
Right. I feel bad for Yuki though, because he only got a week to drive in this car for his home race. Like, you only get one of those every year.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point.
I wish that he was in that car longer to have this event at home and finish on the points.
You want to run them through the standings before we go forward?
Sure, yeah, sure. I got to read them off. Sorry, boys. But in first place, we have Lando Norris with 62 points. Right behind him, in second is Verstappen with 61. It's a little drop off to third, but that's going to be the other McLaren.
Schwarbaum.
Schwarbaum is a two-runner? No, just a solo joint. And then third is Piastri, the other McLaren, with 49 points. And fourth is George Russell with 45. And then there's a little bit of a drop-off, but guess who was in fifth place here?
Hamilton?
No, it's a rookie driver. Hamilton didn't finish the last race, so both.
I hope they figure it out.
I think they will. They just didn't finish the
so
points.
They're not going to have points yet. It's only 3 races in.
But fifth place it's a rookie driver from
England?
No.
France?
No.
America?
No.
Why are you frumming me then?
No, what team?
I'm supposed to know.
What team?
Alpine?
No.
I don't know.
From Mercedes.
Really?
Yeah, Kimi Antonelli, the young Italian.
Wow.
He's sitting in fifth place with 30 points.
I'll have to ask Tony about that. Oh, Erin came up to me, by the way, today, Jessica, and she was like, another Monday has passed and we didn't get dinner at the Riv. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Well, that's on you.
All right. So there goes F1. I think we can segue to baseball. We might have a caller in about this Phillies game. What's the score now, Jessica?
It is 5-3. Make the call.
5-3 Phillies?
Just to prelude this, we happen to find the biggest Phillies fan.
Yeah, we never met this lady, but she's been fan mailing us saying, hey, I'm a baseball expert.
She says like crazy things. She's like,
it looks like Schwarber. Oh no, we already had the lead. Schwarber tripled. Big boy tripled.
Big boy
moving.
Turner and Harper scored. That tied at 3-3. Then Castellanos doubled to center, and that was 4-3. And then Schwarber just came back up. So, hey,
the pitcher's name is Sally.
We're obviously not a Philly podcast only, listen, the Phillies are one of the best teams in the league right now, and the Braves are one of the worst. So it's a storyline. Is Chris Sale still in the game? Is he about to get taken out?
He's about to get pulled.
Yep, about to get pulled.
And that's not even him. That's a bull.
Sale.
51.
Yeah, it's Sale.
Oh wow.
We're making the call to the bullpen.
I mean, what else is going on in baseball, Ave? We got anything else on the agenda? Or
but we talked about it last week, or the last episode coming in, about the Dodgers-Philly series and how important it was,
we didn't get through
how not
that.
important it was. And you said it was very, very important.
I did not say very, very.
No, I did. Everyone else was against it.
I don't think it was very, very for morale purposes. but I do think it was important to like be like, hey, can we stand up against these guys? All right.
Worst case,
We didn't get the caller. That's okay.
just gonna call back, but that's fine.
Yeah, so let's
She'll
move
call
on
back
from the
over in the
Phillies.
NHL.
'cause-
Yep.
Yeah, let's move on from
She
the Phillies
just
because she'll help chat about it. Really funny news. Nolan Jones, friend of the podcast, friend of the
pod.
podcast, good guy. Walk off today. Can you
Walk
believe
off.
it?
Unbelievable.
Bases loaded, full count. He rips an absolute piss rocket down the right
hand,
field
yeah.
line, and it soars over the fence.
It was windy.
Bases loaded.
Bases
Bases loaded. Foul ball.
It was windy that day.
It went foul, but the next pitch, sure enough, was a fastball low, and he walked in the winning run. So it was a walk-off walk, and the Guardians win 1-0. Maybe we run through the standings really quick, and things will just come out to us. Whoa, Yankees are 6-5, so
Did not expect that.
so they're a little bit overrated, in my opinion.
I
I
know.
just saw rankings, and they had Yankees third, Phillies second, Dodgers first, but 6-5. Ew.
That doesn't cut it. Is Boston doing well this year? I saw Jaron Durans had something about like suicide prevention. Like he was feeling a bit down or whatever, and like there was an op-ed that came out about him that like he's just pushing to, like for prevention against it, which was awesome.
He had a rough experience from draft to pros, and really was going to give up on baseball and his life, and eventually made it. So I think he tries to help a lot with that.
That's
kind of
awesome.
Stuff. Yeah, kind of. I mean, AJ, not like AJ Brown, but like AJ Brown has personal experience, so kind of like that.
I think it just came out in the because they're doing like a baseball Netflix following baseball players. I think it just came out on Netflix that like the interview that he did, which I mean it'll help a lot of people, which is awesome.
Yeah, Durant's cool. I mean, he did one thing last year. I mean, some people hated it.
Yeah,
I thought it was funny. I think he got suspended for it. But anyway, we'll move on. If you want to look it up, look it up. If you don't,
let's talk about the good stuff. When we talk about the good stuff on this,
yeah,
podcast.
he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He said something that he shouldn't have said.
Got
But
you.
Anyway, he
but look it up because
yeah, he did. Yeah. So anyway, in the AL
It's
East,
Boston too.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
Boston. It's
You know
Boston.
what?
It's
That's a
Boston.
good point. It's Boston. So AL East, all 6-5 from Toronto down New York and Boston.
Okay,
So all three of those.
pretty even.
Detroit is leading the AL Central at 7-4. Texas Rangers are leading the AL
I think
West
you called
at
the
8-3.
Texans being good
Yeah,
this year. Yeah,
dude, Seager and Simeon and DeGrom. Phillies leading the NL East, but Braves right on the Mets right on our tail. I didn't realize the Mets were 8-3. I was kind of ready to laugh at the Mets.
Under the radar.
Yeah, Phillies are 7-2, so technically better winning percentage. But I mean, if we
8
go
more
1-1,
wins,
then we're out. Chicago leading the Central Division 8-5, but they've played many more games because of that Tokyo series.
Chicago Cubs.
Chicago
Yeah,
Cubs.
to be clear.
At 8-5, Kyle Tucker won Player of the Week or month for the NL, and Bregman won it for the AL
Okay.
with Boston.
I was about to say, what team's Bregman on now?
Yeah, he's on Boston now.
Fast. Okay.
By the way, he's playing third, and Devers was saying I play third
I
base.
play third base only, yeah.
Moved him to DH, starts the season 0 for 20 with 16 Ks. It was like the fastest player to ever have 16 strikeouts.
Didn't they pay him a lot of money? Or is that
Devers?
Oh, they paid
Oh,
Bregman
yeah,
a lot.
Bregman is on 120 for 3 or 4. He's either making 30 or 40 a year.
Okay.
I'd take either.
Take 10.
The West is tight. It's got San Diego at 9-2, San Francisco at 8-2, and the Dodgers actually in
Ooh.
third place right now at 9-3. Thanks
Wow.
Thanks
Thanks
to
to
the
the Phils.
Philadelphia
Yeah,
Phillies.
You're welcome. Boys.
Philadelphia Phillies.
You're welcome. Boys.
All right. Well, I guess our caller's not coming in, so why don't we just cover really quick? The Phillies did win the series 2-1. Not that we're hometown hoops, but I feel like that was
a big one.
that's the
That's a
series
big
to
one,
talk
yeah,
about
for sure.
of the week.
That's like
Dodgers Phillies.
who
All good games.
A lot of people think are going to meet up in the playoffs at some point. So.
Exactly. All good games, couple comebacks. The first one ended strike them out, throw them out. That was sick.
Yeah, that was awesome by JT.
Yeah.
We were here, yeah. That's when we recorded the pod last, yeah.
Yeah. So, Phillies are looking good. I went over to Jessica's for dinner for no reason. Her mom's.
Yeah.
For dinner, just because. And Lynn's like, "Luke, what are we gonna do?" I'm like, "Aren't we 7-2?" And she was like, "The hitting." I'm like, "Lynn,
This
we're
is fun.
7-2."
Look at Edmundo, bro.
Yeah.
Edmundo's the
Oh, she
GOAT right
loves
now.
Edmundo. Edmundo, ¿qué pasa, güey? Yeah, Edmundo's cooking it up. Yeah, so I mean that's enough baseball, I think. I mean, it's such a long season. We'll cover when we cover it. It's no torpedo bats like last episode.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's what's going on in baseball right now. NBA
talk. Yeah, there was some huge news that came through the wire today. Like I was at work when this alert popped up on my phone. I was like, what in the world is going on? But
kind of relevant to what we were talking about last
fire
podcast.
Coach. Yeah. Fire your coach, bro. Good things happen.
If you want to win. Did you see this, Jessica?
But the Denver Nuggets have fired their head coach, Mike Malone, and then they said they're not going to bring back their GM at the end of the season. So I think he's still going to work the rest of this season, but he's gone after the season ends. The Nuggets currently sit at 4th place in the West. I think they're not doing well in their last.
Did you say Malone's going to finish the season?
No, their GM. Okay. Their GM. So the coach is going immediately with immediate effect. Their GM, I think, is staying for the rest of the season. After the season concludes, he's gone. I think in their last 8 games, or they're like 6 or 2-6 or something like that. And they just thought it was the right time for the move. I don't understand. There's like 4 games left before playoffs.
I don't get it
at all.
He's won a championship already.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Not even 2 years ago.
The only thing I can think is we've spoken multiple times about how good Jokic is.
Oh, unbelievable.
And the catastrophic difference between him being on and off the court. And, it's all good and dandy and fun to talk about in podcasts and laugh about. But if you're the GM or you're the owner, part of you must think like,
this guy can't coach.
Yeah, like when the greatest player of all time is off the court,
we are the worst basketball team ever.
Ass. Yeah. Like badly.
Yeah.
And then when he's on the court, we don't.
We're the best.
And he's not like just the best. It's like he's assisting and rebounding,
he's doing
and
everything.
And scoring.
He had a 60-point triple-double the other night. He's responsible for at least like 90 points.
Yeah. So I'm not. That's not to say I get it.
Yeah.
I still don't get it because Mike Malone's a good coach. Apparently, he's a great guy too. Like very player friendly.
Mm-hmm.
But if they made it 1 or 2 rounds into the playoffs, or even like if anything short of winning a championship, and then they fired him, okay. Who's about to coach these guys
right before the playoffs? Makes absolutely no sense. So 2 things I will say is that apparently Mike Malone and the current GM that's leaving at the end of the season did not have speaking relationships. Like they were not cool at all. And the ownership knew that, but I don't understand why you fire both. Yeah.
It's like the Wentz Peterson thing.
Right. I don't know. Maybe I'd never get it. I'd never get firings during the middle of the season, especially when you're 4th in the West and you're going into the playoffs where you have a chance. I know they've been struggling recently, but you still have a chance to win.
With a coach who recently won a championship with kind of the same roster.
Pretty much. And then my second point was, there's an interview, post-game interview where Mike Malone is talking about his players. And he was just like, they don't watch film, blah, blah, blah. Like I guess like he might have lost the locker room. So that's
maybe. I mean, when I said he was like player friendly, I'm alluding to like the past. And when I say the past, Jamal Murray tore his ACL in 2021, and he was like sobbing to Malone, saying like, "Am I, are you going to trade me? Am I just a, an asset?" And he's like, "No, absolutely not. You're going to recover. You're going to be an asset here." And then there's like a classic picture of Jokic when he was like 9 wearing a Nuggets sweater, and Malone wore that sweater to a championship game to like pay homage to his player.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Recently, maybe there was a falling out, but as far as like historically speaking, he seems to care about his players.
100%. And like winning, it's hard to win in the NBA. To do it 2 years ago, I know there's a good coach in there, so it's like it's just a rough spot. I would never fire a coach mid-season, especially when the playoffs are 2 weeks away, a week away at like what is going on here? It had to be like he went to the GMs and behind the scenes it was all in disarray. Like that's it just makes no sense.
Yeah, I definitely don't get it. Other than that though, NBA pretty much where we left it last time. Seeding's pretty much the same. I did see a post though. The 2 to 8 seeds are like a game and a half apart or something in the West.
Yeah.
So that'll be tight, and a lot will be able to change in the next couple games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess the MVP. But again, same thing. Shai's probably gonna win.
Most likely.
Shea.
I think it's just the win differential, even though the stats are in Jokic's favor. It's also fresh blood in the voters' eyes for Shea. It's a new face, and I mean, it's not like Shea doesn't deserve it. It's just like Jokic's stats are Hall of Fame worthy, like historic level.
What do you think about that, Thummy?
Goes hard. You guys are going to be excited for this one.
Bet. Save. All right. What else we got, Ave?
So there was a thing happened that we have been talking about for a while
That's
now.
right. The whole season.
Yeah. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it?
I'll be honest. I said he wasn't. Not this year.
Especially with the injury, he missed like a month with like
He's
a broken.
so good. He's a dog. He's really just a dog.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell him what happened.
Alexander Ovechkin has passed the great one, Wayne Gretzky, for goals scored in an NHL career. He actually passed him in the same amount of games.
Yes,
So,
but 1,800 more shots.
1,800 more shots. I mean, it's still the same. It's still the same amount of games.
Way less assists.
Way less assists. Yeah, well, the great one is still different.
Most hits of all time, though.
Yeah. Gretzky's got. I'm sorry. Ovechkin's got crazy stats where he's the most hits of all time in NHL history for a center at that. It just doesn't make any sense how incredible this guy is.
Yeah, he's a beast. I mean, he's pretty much our childhood. For me, it's like Sid the Kid and Ovechkin.
They've been playing for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, there was Richards and there was Stamkos. Who else? I mean, like if we're really going back, but this like wasn't as we were growing up. But there was like Jeremy Roenick and Peter Forsberg and Eric Lindros and like Mark Recchi, John LeClaire.
Claire sticks out. Number 10.
Yeah, Mario Lemieux.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he was. No, who's the Evgeny Malkin? That's what I'm thinking of. Lemieux.
He's our era. Yeah.
Lemieux was not our era. Yeah, Evgeny Malkin, maybe an underrated guy because of Crosby, but he's Malkin's elite. Zdeno Chara. I mean, those like who we're growing up with, and they're like at the ends of their careers now, breaking records. We're getting old, man.
Yeah, time does fly when you're having so much fun.
Well, it's like you grow up, you're like, man, I'd love to be in that video game, and like you make the age like 18, like as young as possible, and now it's like
our age is
we're in the prime. We're still in athlete prime. I'll say like 27. Is like you're in the prime of your career. Generally,
but like you can't start a career. Like they won't accept you. You're too old.
Oh no, we're cooked now. Yeah, I can't go to tryouts anymore. Vince Papali out here. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
That's a thing of the past for us for sure.
Yeah, no, they're too good now. Pro sports are too good. All right. So anyway, yeah, Alex Ovechkin. Shout out to him. Shout out to Hannah B on that. Passes Wayne Gretzky as the NHL all-time top scorer. So good for him. Gretzky was there to congratulate him, which I thought was cool.
Yeah. He said something that's like, I'll be the first person to give you a handshake when you break my record. And he really was there, which is really cool.
Yeah. With that being said, the NHL playoffs is coming up with the NBA playoffs, obviously. NHL playoffs are phenomenal.
Yes.
I don't want to sandbag the viewers and act like I watched every episode or every game of the regular season. But we will definitely cover the playoffs because that's exciting, and I definitely will be watching a lot of that.
Gotcha. I will be too. Dude, you know who's the biggest fan of NHL playoffs? He's like, there's no drama.
Liz Hammer.
What a name. What a pool.
Caitlin Reese.
Absolutely. I think she's more baseball, though.
She loves the Flyers, bro.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
She's a dog with the Flyers. But Charles Barkley, he's like, I love the NHL. He loves the NHL so much. He's like, there's no drama with these guys. They just show up to work.
Yeah, they really do.
Do their job, and they just don't care about stardom at all. They just show up and just want to win games.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. And that's why it's so exciting every single year.
And they still fight each other. It's part
really
of the game.
do. Yeah.
Part of the game.
They fight each other, they get over it. It's like the next minute they're just playing hockey, you know? It's great. And fighting's loud.
I saw that Ovechkin's there. Well, it was like an announcer, and he said like he didn't. I don't know if they were joking, and I didn't feel like sticking around to figure it out. But he literally said he might go after 1,000. So I was like,
why not?
What he's
Ovechkin?
Yeah, but like
he plays pro soccer in Russia during the offseason.
So that's what I was wondering. Like, is he not like?
He doesn't look like he's in great shape, to be honest with you. But hockey players, like in their uniform, look weird sometimes.
Yeah, their uniforms are so bulky anyway.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to say one more thing about Ovi. There was an after party for him after he, passed Wayne Gretzky's record.
Ripping a Coors Light.
No. That's just a locker room. But there's an actual after party where he went. Like, he's fully dressed up. His wife, kids, family, all that. And he literally walks into the venue, gets handed 2 beers, and it's just like the most normal thing ever. He just is like, "Thank you," and just like goes and continues talking to somebody. He like didn't even think
It
twice
wasn't
about
even
it.
like this is awesome. It's
No.
like, thanks for my 2 beers.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
It was. I don't even know if he acknowledged the person that gave him the 2 beers. He was just like, "All right,
That was the
those are my beers."
expectation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Dream.
Absolute legend, dude. I've heard hockey players are great, like just like wild, like party, like they can just vibe out.
Oh yeah.
Do whatever they want.
Well, they're not American. Not that
Yeah.
Americans can't
Well,
party, but they're like Russian and like
The
cold
thing
weather.
is-
They're cold weather partiers. you
What
know?
I've heard as well is that they're not as famous as a basketball player or a football player, so they can just move around and
Yeah.
do whatever they want to do.
So Chris Evans talked
It's like
about
the
that.
perfect level of fame where they have so much money and they can just wild out.
Yeah, his pre-Marvel life he loved because he was like a C, arguably B, but really like a C-list celebrity.
Mhm.
And he's like, it's ideal. Like, I make millions of dollars, but I can still go in public.
Right. And there's
Yeah.
not paparazzi trying to follow you everywhere.
I'm telling you, though, those cold weather drinkers, man, they're different. Those
For
hockey
sure.
guys,
There's Northerners.
yeah, Northeasterners too, Slavics. You know who's a real legend though? You mentioned a couple legends.
Hoomst.
Declan Rice.
Deckers.
You want to tell the people?
Deckers put in a man of the match performance in the Champions League against the 13 times winners of the cup?
I think it's more.
14, 15, whatever the number is, against Real Madrid. One of the most special performances that I've seen. He had 2 free kick goals. And
2 perfect free kicks.
yes, the first one was incredible. The second one was unbelievable.
An all-timer. We're going to
Yes.
watch it for years to come.
Like the bend, the pace, the placement of it, upper 90s. Thibaut Courtois, who's 6'7", was not even close to. Like, he didn't have a chance.
It was as top bins can get.
with pace though. Like there
Yeah.
was, and it flew in there. Like Thibaut was not close.
Yeah. It like ripped through the upper corner of the net and like rolled all the way back. It was beautiful. Anyway,
Perfect.
they do have to play another match, correct?
They do, yes.
So
and
it's in Madrid. It's at
Yeah.
the Bernabeu.
yeah.
So Arsenal will need to travel to Real to play them, but they do so with a 3-0 cushion.
Cushion,
They
yeah.
won today at home 3-0.
No way goes rule. Nothing like that.
Yeah, so Declan Rice, as we've alluded to already, scored 2 unreal free kicks.
Yeah.
Now Arsenal's a great team, but
No striker.
They are, no striker. They ended
No
up
striker.
netting.
Gabriel's hurt too.
Yeah, they ended up netting one more. Is Saka hurt for real? By the way,
No, Saka played.
I know, but he got hurt and got taken out.
He did get tackled by Camavinga. He
Got taken out
after that.
afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
after that.
Well, he did. It was a bad tackle.
I don't know if it was right then and there or if it was after.
It was like on his ankle too. It didn't
Yeah.
look good, but I think he played like after that.
Okay. Anyway,
Can't confirm.
all I was saying is like Arsenal's a great team, but it's not like they're winning Premier Leagues all the time or recently at all.
Yeah.
And definitely not seriously. Like last time they competed in the Champions League, they had Arshavin and
And
Barcelona
Thierry.
wiped their ass like 5-0, and Messi had a hat trick.
Yeah.
So to beat Real Madrid in the quarterfinals is
Yeah.
huge. It's
Yeah.
a huge deal. And Real Madrid's the best team on paper left in this
Oh,
tournament.
1,000,000% the best team on paper.
Yeah.
In anything.
So there are 2 more games tomorrow, but the other game today are the other, in my opinion.
I wanted to say one more thing that I told you was going to be really, really funny here.
Yeah.
But I was saying Kylian Mbappe left PSG to join Real Madrid, the serial winners of the competition. And now he's in a 3-0 hole to Arsenal, who's never won the Champions League.
And PSG still playing.
And PSG is still in it, and they look really, really good this year.
Yeah. I didn't mean to segue off that game. All I was going to say was the other matchup today was Bayern and Inter, which we're going to hop into in a second.
Mhm.
And tomorrow there's 2 more games, but the Bayern Inter Arsenal Real day is definitely more exciting for me.
Yeah, but the other 2 legs aren't bad.
No,
either,
they're
though.
great. They're great, but I think because Aston Villa is playing who? Because it's PSG Dortmund or it's
It's Barca versus Dortmund and then PSG versus Aston Villa.
right. So for me, like Barca PSG, they might not win necessarily, but I
they're
think
the 2 bigger teams out of that. Yeah.
today it was 4 major teams.
Yeah.
And
And
For Arsenal to go up 3-0 against Real Madrid, there's no one else in this competition that's as good as Real.
No, in the world, I don't think there's a better side than Real Madrid. They have stars literally everywhere.
Yeah. And Inter went up against Bayern. I would say Bayern's next on that list.
Probably.
And Inter beat them 2-1.
Yeah.
Where was that?
I believe that game was in Germany. Like, that was at Bayern, yeah.
Not that the away goals matter, but it's still, being at home is nice.
Away. Especially the Bayern stadium's like a fortress. They don't lose there.
Yeah.
They lost 2-1.
Allianz would maybe get my first vote at, I think that was stadium atmosphere. But if we did like best
the yellow
ballparks or arenas, I said the yellow wall for stadium atmosphere, but I think for arenas themselves, the Las Vegas. Wait, is Las Vegas cool? I'm just making that up. No.
I mean, the stadium's amazing. It's $1 billion stadium.
Yeah, but Allianz Arena would be on the top of my list. Like,
got you.
Playing there. I was in Munich once and I saw it. It's really cool.
Yeah, and they've done so many upgrades to it too as well. Like, it looks so futuristic now. Have you seen the outside of it?
No, but I know. Oh well, mainly FIFA, but also no, I've seen it. Did you know they play? It's like white for Champions League games, red for Bundesliga games for Bayern, and like blue for Europa, or not Europa. They never play in Europa, but like German Cup games or something. Okay, but they can change the whole outside glow,
the LED, whatever. Yeah. That game was actually crazy. I know there's been, I don't know if we talked about it actually, but Thomas Muller will actually be leaving Bayern. Like, Bayern's not going to re-sign him after this season. So
someone else from Bayern too, no? Mats Hummels maybe?
I think he's on Dortmund now though.
Someone else.
I think Mats Hummels is retiring at the end of this year.
Okay.
But I think he's on Dortmund though.
I saw 3. It was like Muller. It was
3 German players.
I can't remember who it was now. But yeah. Muller,
Muller's leaving at the end of the season. So did you see like
De Bruyne? It was De Bruyne, Muller, and someone else. I forget.
Maybe Hummels is definitely retiring at the end of the season. He might not play on I think he just plays on like another team in Germany, but that's besides the point. So with Muller retiring at the end of this year, or not retiring, but leaving Bayern because they're not going to re-sign him.
Yeah.
He didn't start this game. Did you see the timeline of like when the goals were scored in this game?
No. No.
So I only watched the highlights.
It was Inter first.
It was Inter in the 37th. Yeah. That was Lautaro scored. Thomas Muller didn't start this game. Came on in the second half. Scored in the 85th minute.
He scored.
Yeah, to tie it 1-1. So like that's a great thing for him. Like, you don't give me a contract, I'll show you guys that you guys need me. But then Inter actually ended up scoring.
I feel like age doesn't matter. Like, he's been playing as if he was 40 years old since he was.
He's so slow, but his brain works overtime, dude.
He's nothing special. He's like Tim Duncan of soccer.
Yeah, it's a great.
You know who loves Muller?
Your brother.
Yeah. Francois. Yeah,
dude, because it was that World Cup run, I believe. Yeah, when he like his first 2 World Cups, he was on pace to
break the record,
shatter every single record. Still can't
break Klose's record. Who's a German?
Klose, I don't even think had the record yet.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, it was Ronaldo probably.
Yeah, R9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Klose has the record now. Mm-hmm. Mbappe is going to beat him
if France qualifies for the next one.
Yeah, if. Okay. We already mentioned this, but just to recap really quick, Barca plays Dortmund tomorrow and PSG plays Aston Villa. Mm-hmm. They will also have to play each other again at the opposite venue. So we'll obviously keep you updated on that. UFC Ave. I think Patty's playing. You have that? Yeah,
I got that locked in, yeah.
Patty's fighting soon. I saw some highlights of him, got me juiced up. I'm always rooting for Patty. Who's he fighting? Michael Chandler. That's probably his first real legit
time
fight.
Yeah, this is a co-main right here.
Oh, is it
co-main?
Let's UFC 314. I'm putting the mortgage on Patty the Batty.
Dude, I didn't say it's a good bet because Michael Chandler is 2-4 in the UFC.
I wonder what the odds are. Jessica, can you look up the odds for what is it?
Chandler versus Patty Pimblett.
UFC 314.
I would say.
You think Patty's favored?
Probably, because Chandler's 2-4 in the UFC. He puts on a show every single time he gets into the octagon, but he doesn't win. But I'm coming back to watch every single time.
But he only fights the best fighters.
That's also a good point.
He came in and who does he fight? Like Poirier?
Gaethje, Poirier, he fought Oliveira. All dogs.
Volk, maybe?
I don't think he fought Volk. Volk's at 145.
Who's the guy? Oh, Colby Covington? He definitely fought Covington.
Mm-mm.
No?
Too heavy. Colby's 170.
Wow, they all look so short and stocky to me. What are the odds for Chandler versus Pimblett?
Yeah, it looks like Patty is favorited -150,
Yeah.
So pretty close.
and Chandler's +125. So
See,
yeah,
Okay, so yeah.
So you
It's
pretty
not
much
bad.
get your money back.
which I don't think those type fights usually. I don't know.
It's gonna be a great fight.
They don't
It's
seem
gonna be
to.
honestly, it's gonna be a great fight because Michael Chandler has not been in a bad fight in the UFC.
He's gonna swing.
He might have lost like most of his fights, but he puts on a show every single time he gets to the ring. But here's his list of UFC, at least his last 5 fights: Charles Oliveira for the belt, Justin Gaethje, human
For the
highlight.
belt, he's 2-4. He's fighting for the belt.
That was like his second fight in the UFC. Charles Oliveira, I think it was a vacant belt.
So does he have the Belfort belt or something like that? Whatever.
No, he doesn't have the BMF belt. No,
It's
he's 2-4.
favorited to go under 2 rounds. Is that normal?
So submission or
2.5.
knockout? No, that's not normal.
But Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, Tony Ferguson, that was his win. Then he's got Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira. So
Yeah.
like you said, absolute dogs that he's fighting.
What,
But
is he supposed to win?
he's put performances in each one of those fights. I'd pay to watch a fight any day of the week. You might think he's a little corny because of his antics, but I like the dude. He
is
brings the
Does it
corny.
show.
not matter that he's
brings the
just
show.
like older? Like I don't know. Like it seems like
Well,
fighting you. Like he's 38.
yeah,
that's old.
that is.
And
I was gonna
Maddie's
say
30.
like they fight
I'm
like
almost
30,
30.
32 is like prime fighter somehow. Because you just
Depends
don't.
on the weight class.
Well, you just like don't. You're not in the UFC yet. That's the thing. You're boxing, or you're doing Muay Thai professionally, or
Right.
you're wrestling in the Olympics, and then you're like, all right, I'll do UFC.
Yeah.
That's why John Jones is so good, because when he was 16, he said, I'm going to do mixed martial arts
For a while.
and I'm going to do UFC. And he was so young. He was like 23 and he was champ.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm rooting for Patty Pimblett. I love Patty the Baddie. But any other fights you want to mention?
The main card.
Go
We
for
got
it.
the featherweight championship coming up. Ilya Topuria has vacated his featherweight belt, so therefore Alex Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. That's the guy with the no regrets tattoo, or he looks like the guy with the no regrets tattoo.
Yeah.
But Volk,
Does Volk still have it?
I mean, he fought against 2 of the best guys, as you were saying with Michael. Like he fought Islam Makhachev, and
And
then
he's
he
getting
fought.
bullied by his daughter. I think I'm out of camera here. All right.
He fought Islam Makhachev, and then he fought Ilya Topuria, who's an absolute dog and is moving up a weight class. So, like, he fought the top of the top guys. He went for glory with the Makhachev fight. He moved up the weight class on short notice because Makhachev's opponent had pulled out of that fight. So he went for glory, didn't win that fight, got knocked out. But I think he still has it.
I mean, he always looks good. I mean, he's like kind of that. He's like the Covington type of fighter where it's like it's always a good fight, except I think Volk is much better.
than yeah.
Yeah, so he wins.
Yeah, I used to hate Volk because I feel like he stole an opportunity away from Max Holloway. Like the first fight UFC, I've said this before in the podcast, I believe, but the first UFC fight that I was really, really into was a Volkanovski versus Max Holloway fight. I actually ended up betting on Max Holloway in that fight, and the institution that held my bet actually refunded everybody that fight because they thought Max Holloway won.
Wow.
So, like, yeah, I thought that Volk was corny, but then he came through and then he ended up beating Max Holloway in the next fight. But he's a fantastic champion. He's done his rounds. He went for glory. He tried to be the double champ when he fought Islam Makhachev at lightweight. Ended up losing. But so I think he still has it. He's still a dog. He's got everything in his game. Like he can strike, he can wrestle. I think he'll pull away with this one, and I think he still has it. I think he's going to beat Diego Lopez. Do you have the line for that fight, Jess? The Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez.
I think I'd be rooting for Volk.
He's a cool dude too.
Yeah. He like makes
It's
fun of.
pretty even.
He makes fun of himself and his daughter.
It's
getting bullied.
actually even -120.
It's a pick 'em.
I said it's pretty. It literally
It's
is.
exactly even. Yeah, so UFC is going to be a good watch. That's this Saturday. Upcoming.
This Saturday, and dude, I was looking at the card too. The card is pretty good.
So we'll watch it in Virginia.
yeah, like Yair Rodriguez, former interim champ, is on there. Bryce Mitchell, whatever you think about him, he's on there. Dominic Reyes, former almost champ. I mean, he could have been champ. Did he beat John Jones? I don't know, but he's having a little comeback now. There's a couple more fights I saw in here. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up that I liked.
I need some Sugar Sean in my life.
Dan Ige versus Sean Woodson's a good fight. There's a Chase Hooper, the young guy. He got a.
What about Rojas? This guy.
Raj just fought 2 weeks ago.
Is he still good?
He's like 12 years old. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to be really, really good for a long time. Yeah, there's just really, really good fights on this card. Get there early. The main card's going to be really, really good.
Where's it at? What's like the time looking like?
It's Miami,
Okay.
United States. So
we'll be awake, hopefully.
Yep. No regrets.
Oh, wow. That's funny. He's good?
He's really good, yeah.
He looks like a dork.
He does look like a dick, but he can fight his ass off.
Yeah, I guess. All right, that's all we had, I think, right?
Yeah.
So last comments, otherwise known as 2-minute drill. Jessica, Ave,
I got mine. I didn't have one last week. I didn't have one for the past couple weeks, but I got one this week.
I have one too. It's a little bit of fun. I'd like for you guys to indulge. So if however you'd like to do that, if you'd like to do my little game at the end or in the beginning, you let me know.
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
Jesse, you got a 2-minute drill?
Maybe.
Okay, I'll do mine first then. So I have two things here. So they're both soccer related, but there's this kid, Jeremy Munga from Leicester City, made his Premier League debut at 15 years old. 15. He's the second youngest player to ever play in the Prem. I was actually watching this game. Leicester got dogged 3-0, and they're probably heading for relegation, but this kid is real good. Like, he came on like the...
Is he going to sign somewhere else?
He's so young, but like, he was not
Maybe
bothered.
alone.
Yeah, he was not bothered by the competition. Like, he's playing against grown men at 15, and I think he's going to do really, really well in the future. But 15 years old in the Premier League. One funny thing that came up about it was Leicester actually has a gambling sponsor for their shirt, for their jersey. And for his jersey, since he's 15 years old, they had to remove it, and it just looked funny out there. I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah, because he can't. Yeah, he can't.
But there's other rules like that. But he's so young that, you know, these things are hitting him. It's crazy.
There used to be like child labor laws too, where they could only like practice so much or play so much with the team. That might still be the case.
There is, because he's still in school. He can only train like when he's available. Like, he has to finish his schoolwork and whatnot. There's the commentators were talking about it during the game, but I forget what they were saying. But there's a bunch of stipulations where it's like, we can't overwork this.
His dad has to sit on the bench to make sure. Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah. And then another thing was, I saw that KDB is going to leave City at the end of the season. We don't know where his future is going to be. Inter Miami holds the discovery rights for KDB.
What, meaning like they get to talk to him first?
They get the first dibs on him in the MLS. So the MLS, how that discovery rights work in the MLS, I was looking up it a little bit, is at any given time, all MLS franchises can hold a list of 5 players, regardless of their status, in their discovery list.
Mm-hmm.
And KDB is part of Inter Miami's. So like, they have the first rights to sign.
It's
KDB
funny.
becomes
That'd be like
available.
a fun list to put together, because you have to be like,
be realistic.
Not only do they need to become available if they're not, but they need to. That's our list, so they need to be interested in us, or we need to.
And it's
think
only
they
5
would be.
players as well,
right? So like other teams in the MLS might have other MLS players on their list, whereas Inter Miami has like La
the
Liga
biggest.
players.
Yeah, because it's David Beckham owns the team. It's Miami.
Yeah,
Messi
Messi's
plays there.
Yeah,
You got Suarez there, so it's like, yeah, it's an interesting thing. But look up the discovery rights rules if you're ever bored. It's kind of interesting. They've got different stipulations because
I didn't know about that.
we're still a growing league and they're trying to figure it out. But yeah, Inter Miami has the rights for KDB. So if he does
So many people never know about that unless they listen to the podcast and make it all the way through the episode.
100%.
Crazy. Jessica, did you end up finding anything?
I did. I found something.
Oh, great.
I found that this upcoming Masters, which you guys may or may not be watching,
Probably will be on TV.
We are.
Is the first time in history that twins will be playing and competing against each other.
Wow, that's cool.
They're from Denmark, and they're 24.
Wow.
Names?
Nikolai.
Ludwig. Nikolai is not a...
Laudrup.
Hajard.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But Nikolai is not...
And Rasmus.
Rasmus is for sure.
Yeah, Rasmus
is-
Højlund.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nikolai is more like Russian or Finnish.
a little bit western.
Nikolai.
Or Eastern, sorry.
All right. So mine's a little bit of a game. You can both play. I saw this cool thing. They were just a post. So from the years 1999, 2000 to 08, 09. So essentially the 2000s decade, points per game leaders. I have a list of 15 here. It ranges from 28.2 down
Basketball?
to 21.4. Basketball. Yeah.
Golf.
I feel like you can name them all, honestly, Ave and Jessica. But, I mean, maybe try to get 7, so like half of them.
What was the year? Sorry.
Steph Curry.
The 2000s decade. So
2000s decade.
so 99
Oh.
to 2000
Yeah.
to 0809. I don't know why it's not 910, but it's not.
Okay.
I don't think it would make that much of a difference.
Allen Iverson.
Correct. Number 2.
Kobe Bryant.
Correct. Number 1.
Shaq.
Correct. Number 10.
T-Mac.
Correct. Number 5.
2000s decade. Now it gets a little.
Oh,
stuck.
minimum 300 games. So
So 300 games.
you have to have played every.
I was gonna start naming
Kevin
people.
Durant.
See, but isn't he older? I mean,
Probably not
younger?
qualified.
Okay. Well, he got drafted in what 2006.
What about Dirk?
So yeah.
Dirk, yes.
Okay, Dirk.
He is above Shaq, actually.
Wow.
He is 8th.
Timmy.
Timmy, yes, 15th.
Barely.
Barely.
Timmer.
You guys got the minimum of. Oh, no, you have
No,
6.
6.
What about the French guy?
Tony.
Yeah.
Vargas? No, Tony Vargas not on there.
Mm.
I'm just going through like Mello.
What about?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go, but I don't know.
Mello, KG.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going through like West Coast to East Coast.
Arturo El Rey.
Bobby. Oh my God, Bobby's on there.
Yeah.
LeBron. Goddamn.
LeBron.
A little slow. D-Wade.
D-Wade, yeah.
That was that draft class right there. No CP though. CP's definitely not on there.
No, you're looking for number 6, number 9, number 11, 12, and 13. You said KG?
I said KG, yes.
Yeah.
I said KD too, but KD was not on there.
No. These are definitely the toughest ones.
Okay. Nobody on the Magic. The Hawks? Maybe Joe Johnson?
I'll give you the team names.
Joe Johnson?
No.
No. If you give me the team names, I feel like it'd be too easy. Darren Williams?
No.
Oh,
Like bigger names than Darren Williams.
bigger name.
All of these.
Like
Actually,
Team USA players?
This says redacted because Carl Malone's on it.
Karl Malone does not exist.
Yeah. Well, I guess you disagrees with you because it's redacted. All
Well,
right, so
because-
That's why it's redacted, because it
stop
doesn't
playing?
exist.
so we're looking for 4 more.
Warriors, no. Kings, no.
All right.
Who's Weber?
Nope. One guy, Celtics. One guy,
Paul Pierce.
yes, Wizards.
Not Wizzy.
One guy,
Wizzy?
one guy.
Oh, Gilbert Arenas?
Yeah. Hold on, don't say this next one. Next guy's Raptors and Nets.
Vince Carter.
Yes. And Mavs. I should have given you Mavs too, my bad. But you got it anyway. Raptors and Nets.
Yeah,
probably.
Raptors and Nets is definitely the
And then
logical pick.
last guy, you're gonna know it. Bucks, Sonics,
Oh,
Heat,
yeah.
Celtics.
So
I know
easy.
I'm supposed to know that one.
Bucks,
easy.
Sonics.
Really, with the Sonics for some reason.
He's got a
Yes.
lot.
Is
He's
it
got a lot.
Kevin
He's got a
Durant?
lot of
No.
game.
No,
Why
it
am I
is not.
thinking that?
He's got a lot of game.
Sonics, Heat, and
It's gonna hurt me.
He's got a lot of
It's
game.
gonna hurt me.
Celtics.
Someone call him Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul.
No.
No, not
But-
Paul
Paul
Jesus.
Jesus.
That's so.
Oh,
actually
Paul
really-
Jesus. That's
that's
really
actually
good.
hilarious.
That's good bands.
Yeah.
You're the king of bands.
Sick.
No, for
ain't it?
some reason the Sonics and
Nah,
I
it's tough.
can't
It's Ray Allen.
see. No, yeah.
Anyway, I felt that was cool. A little nostalgic. That's what we grew up with. Those players are great. Anyway, I said it in the beginning. I'm going to say it at the end. Hopefully people start doing it. Please like, comment, subscribe. We want to take this to the moon. Thank you again for listening to episode 35.
35.
35. We're doing the things. We're doing the things. We're going to 100 before we quit. Don't let us. We will see you next time. See ya.